So yeah, like I said, we need to do one more thing before I really let y'all off on your own for review. So, whenever you're doing factoring, so going from, instead of from this to this, if you were given this, what you're going to do is you're going to be able to find that. So you're going reverse. So what you have to first find is the two integers that add up to b. And b is whatever is in the middle. So like, what two numbers add up to 6?
Oh, I see. 3.
3 and 3?
3, yeah.
Okay, 3 and 3 add up to 6, but what they also have to do is they also have to multiply to c. So after knowing that, what you would basically have to think about here is, okay, what two numbers would add to 6? And then what two numbers would also multiply to equal 5? So once you think about that, there's only one thing that multiplies to equal 5, right? 1 and 5.
Yeah.
Well, what is 1 plus 5?
6.
So that's how they ended up going reverse. So we're going to do this in more detail instead of just talking about it, but hopefully that little bit made sense. So here, we're thinking, okay, what two integers have a product of 12? Remember, product is multiplying, and a sum of 7. And remember, sum is addition. So I'll just put a time symbol here, plus sign, just in case someone forgets. So a product of 12 and a sum of 7. Can anybody, like, quick mental math?
3 and 4.
Yeah, 3 and 4. Does everyone see how they got that? Like I said, the people that know they're, like, can do some mental math, it comes way easier. So what you would do, since our numbers are 3 and 4, the way we'd find x squared plus 7x plus 12 is we say x plus 3 and then x plus 4. And that's all you do. What you can do to check yourself to make sure what you did was right was we could work this out. So if we work that out, we do x times x is x squared, x times 4 is 4x, 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 4 is 12. Once you combine their like terms, 4x plus 3x is 7x plus 12. And looky there, that's the same thing as right here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, the way that I have found easiest to do this is for like number 1. Let's make a little chart over here. And over here, I'm going to try to figure out what would give me plus 9. Over here, I will figure out what can I multiply together to give me 20.
4.
Okay, so, yeah, Sincere's going to be good with this because he's good at mental math. But to multiply 5 times 4, we know 5 times 4 is 20, so that will work. Well, what is 5 plus 4? 9. So it turns out that's going to be the correct one. So what you could also do is you could figure out several different things. What else would give us 20? 10 and 2. But what is 10 plus 2? 12. So we know that does not work. So it is going to be this one. And what you would do is you would just keep on trying more things until you knew something that worked. But luckily, or not luckily, hopefully, you're good at mental math, and you can just figure it out in your head. If you don't need to make this chart, don't make it. But what I do need to see is your final answer, which would be x plus 5 and x plus 4. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it'd still be right if I put x plus 4 first?
No.
Yeah. Does
Yes, I knew it was.
anybody remember what property allows that to happen? This is a little 8th grade math review.
No.
Do y'all remember properties at all?
No.
It starts with a C. Yeah, commutative. The commutative property allows you to do it. All right. So let's try number 2. What two numbers would equal... Here, I'm just going to go ahead and write it like this. What two numbers would equal 18? 3 and 6. And what is 3 plus 6? 9. So that does work out. So we know it's just plus 3 plus 6. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's why I was telling you, if you're good at mental math, this is probably going to come very easy. If you're not, it's probably going to be a little bit of a struggle. So let's. I want y'all to try 3 and 4 on your own. Wait for the set 2. I want to do at least a couple problems with set 2 with you.
This is for that. It's for that one. 16th. Here's the work list, but it won't let me attach it.
Okay. Do you mind if I grab your phone? Do you have the school pulled up?
It's just what it's been doing the whole time.
Maybe the app is down. Maybe the website will work.
Or maybe it's just gonna work now that you have it. Whatever. I don't know.
Just take a special touch. All right, somebody give me a guess of what they got for number 3.
4 and 6.
4 and 6, because 4 plus 6 is 10, and 4 times 6 is 24. Everybody see that? Okay, and then 4. I like 4 because it's actually pretty simple, even though it looks confusing. What'd you get for 4?
2. 1.
Huh?
2 and 1.
Okay, he says 2 and 1. All right, let's try this.
Wait a minute.
So, what times, I mean, I don't even know how to say that. What 2 numbers can we multiply to give us 1? 1 and 1. That's literally it. There's nothing else. So we're just hoping that 1 plus 1 equals 2, which we know it does. So it should be y plus 1 and y plus 1. Now, what they would do if this was an SOL question, this would not be the answer. Does anybody have a guess on what the answer would be?
Just 1.
It wouldn't be y plus 1 times y plus 1.
Y plus X.
X plus, no.
Like, let's think about yesterday. We had some
Y
problems like.
squared.
Okay, you're so close. So what you would do, the way the SOL would say this is they would do y plus 1 squared. Because you're just doing that same thing twice. So this is the way that you would probably see this question on the SOL. And you would just have to know that this means the same thing as that. All right, so number 5. Now we got some negatives. So this one you probably will need to use your chart a little bit more. So we're trying to get a positive 3 with addition and then times a negative 18 over here. Okay, what 2 numbers would give us negative 18? We know 1 times negative 18, but is that going to work for 3? No.
6 and 3.
Okay, 6 and 3. So this first time, let's try the 6 positive and the 3 negative. Well, what is 6 plus a negative 3?
Positive 3.
Positive 3. So does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just do n plus 6, n minus 3. What if I had reversed those? If I put negative 3 and then, or not negative 3, if I had put negative 6 and then a positive 3, that gives me negative 18. But what is a negative 6 plus a positive 3? What's negative 6 plus positive 3? Negative 3. So that does not work. So that's how we know. Actually, I'm going to write the chart a little different on this other one just because I'm afraid the commas may be messing y'all up. So on this one, if we have a negative 8, we're trying to multiply a negative 8. Here we're trying to get 2. Okay, what times what would give us negative 8?
Negative 2 times 4.
Okay, negative 2 And this time, instead of the comma, I'm just going to put negative 2 times 4. We know that's negative 8, but what's negative 2 plus 4?
Positive 2.
Positive 2. So does that work? Yes. So we're good. Don't panic if this seems like a lot of work and this is hard for you. Typically, I only see 1 or 2 questions on the SOL like this, but I'm not joking. There's several people in here that I think that could get a pass advance. Maybe not 600. I do think that 600 is possible, but 600 is hard because that means you literally missed nothing. But I do definitely think that we can get some pass advance. So I want to make sure you all understand how to do it. But like I said, there may be 1 or 2 questions on this. So I want y'all to try 7 and 8. All right, guys, tell me what you got. Anybody want to give a shot on number 7?
Negative 2 plus 3, and then negative 2 times 3.
Good. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, and then negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So you should have gotten G minus 2 and G plus 3. Any questions on that? Make sense? Did everybody get that?
Yeah.
Okay. What about 8?
Negative
Negative
5
5 and
times 9.
Good. Negative 5 and 9. I'm guessing most of y'all, like those of you that are spitting it out, you probably don't even have to work this out, do you? Like, you don't even have to make this chart. But if you need to make the chart, go for it. So you would have C minus 5 and C plus 9. Questions? All right, the back is just still more practice with this. What I'm going to do for the back, if you feel like you understand this and you're doing well and everything, and you feel good, you can just go ahead and go to the packet. What I'm allowing to do, if you want to do the back, if you do the back, I will give you extra credit. I know some of you need some extra credit, so if you want to take the time and do the back, you can get some extra credit. Ladies, y'all hear that?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
doing it
we're
right
gonna
now.
take a picture.